Well, everyone, we are moving into a long weekend, and I thought it would be kind of fun to go down and check in with our resident Bow River fishing guide, Mike Robinson, who I guess I've disturbed him doing what he loves to do, and that's fish from the bank of the Bow River. Mike, thanks so much for taking a little bit of time and chatting with us.
Thank you, Michael. Appreciate you having me on again. Yeah, it's really very blessings to be here. Thank you so much.
Well, I guess the first thing I've got to say is that smoke looks absolutely disheartening, I guess is the best way to put it, because we know what that's doing to people right across the province. What's it like on the bow right now in terms
Yeah,
of
it was
just
really yeah, it was really bad here yesterday, Michael, but today it's not so bad. It's kind of dissipating a little bit, so prayers that they get those fires out here very soon and people can get back into their homes and back to, their regular daily living lives, right?
I guess we look for silver linings, and I guess one of the things the smoke is doing because of the high temperatures, has it prevented things getting too hot? We know that the Bow is one of those rivers that if temperatures get too high and the water too low, that sections of it could be closed. Are you seeing conditions, at least in the water, pretty good?
Yeah, no, right now, Michael, that's a good point. When it gets too hot, it's not good for the fishery. Right now, it looks like both of the dams are open. The water level's risen probably at least 5 feet, and it's actually really cool because of the smoke cover. So should be no issues with fishing early spring anyways. Hopefully it stays, we get rain in the summer, it stays cooler, and we don't have to shut the river down, because that was an issue last year. They're still talking about that again this year. If it gets too hot for too long, they will close the river.
Well, I've been, of course, following you over the course of well, the winter and into the spring with your various posts, Mike, and it looks like you've been pretty successful already this spring, and coinciding with that, and I don't know if it's a result of it, but you've come up with some new fishing lures that have been produced specifically for you.
Yeah.
Talk a little bit about them.
Yeah, it's amazing. It's called Robertson Tackle, Michael. And this is what we call, it's a 3D printed custom design that I made. So it's called the Dreamsicle, 3D Dreamsicle. So these are working extremely well. We're, not only for trout, we're getting lots of, guys using it for pike, walleye, been shipping it out to like the States. Guys are using it for bass, all kinds of different species of fish. And it's incredible. It's working really, really well. So yeah,
What
just another tool in the tackle box to, increase your odds of catching fish and, satisfying customers each and every time I go guiding out in the river. And even when I'm just out here fishing myself, it's working really, really well. So appreciate you mentioning that for sure. Thank you, Michael.
I don't want to put you on the spot with giving away any trade secret, but is the lure, is it the color? Is it the shape? What
Yeah,
makes it a little bit different?
it's a great question. It's actually both. It has a very, very unique slashing action combined with it actually rattles, and then you're getting the really awesome 3D printed pattern on it. So they actually 3D print this specific pattern onto the lure. It's amazing. So it's a combination of all those things you listed, Michael. It's the action, it's the fact that it rattles, and it's the color pattern that is just absolutely crushing fish everywhere. So yeah.
And the fishing to date, as I mentioned, I know that you've been landing some pretty nice rainbows out of the Bow. Your first take of the season so far, Mike?
Yeah, it's early spring, February, March. We had some really nice weather and the fishing was actually fantastic. That's some of the best times where you can get the biggest fish. The food source is depleted. There's no bug life left, and they're looking to, they're still hungry. So That's some of the best times to get it. March, April, been good. Slowed down a little bit. April, May, we're starting to see a lot of higher water tables now. It's probably running 250, 230, but the water's really clean. So, which opens it up for every, fish different. They go into different places. So, it's been decent. I won't say it's been fantastic, but it's something we definitely have to monitor with the fact that we have, a decrease in the rainbow trout population. We really need to keep a close eye on that and do our part to, figure out how we're going to solve that solution of, the 50% decrease in rainbow trout population and what we're going to do going forward to get those numbers back up, right? So,
Course, we are rolling into a long weekend, the first one of the summer season, Mike, and people are excited to get out. Any words of wisdom for folks as they head down, whether it be on the banks fishing or out on the water proper?
I think, anywhere you go, Michael, I think it's a really, really wise to just be prepared, right? Like if you're going to take a picture of your fish, make sure you have your camera ready. Make sure you have your pliers ready. I have my pliers in my back pocket. So, make sure you have all your gear ready just to really, really take care of those fish. If it's too hot, try not to leave it out of the water too long. Just really be conscious of the fishery and protecting the fishery, whichever fishery you fish. Just be really, really cautious and mindful of the fish and and releasing the fish. Like if it's catch and release, make sure you release the fish. If it's you can keep one, well, maybe keep one, maybe not. But, depending on uh, how many fish are in the river or lake you're fishing. So just be really mindful of the fish.
All right, Mike, we'll let you get maybe get out of that smoke. Sounds like it's getting a little
Yeah.
bit thick down there. We
Yeah.
really appreciate your time and absolutely we'll check in again with you later in the season and see how things are going.
Awesome. Thank you so much, Michael. I appreciate your time as well. Thank you.